should we talk about the PGA and who might be watching? Right, so the PGA has not been on the UK TVs as people are used to. So basically it's been on UK TV, but they're struggling to find it. It's not on Sky, so they're not just turning their tellies on. It's in their living room, it's on and in front of them. And this is causing outrage on my Twitter feed for a start, because it's something I've always talked about. So what is this about? Is this the PGA trying to control its brand, its message, and then in the long term, its advertising, which in theory would make them much more powerful, possibly, than just selling off the rights and letting another company reap the rewards of the advertising around that? Think about the advertising space that, say, Sky and what have you, sell around that product that they just buy in. Say that again?
Can I get these clips?
Yeah, why not? Now, if I think purely of my videos, which get tiny amount of exposure compared to what this tournament can get, I can drill down and deliver numbers to people who might want to expose their brands to my audience, to what city you're watching in, to what time you're watching, how many people are watching, unique viewers to repeat viewers, which we'll get into later in this video. Think about the product on telly, and this is why telly is struggling and having to restructure and still struggling to keep up compared to internet styles of marketing. It's much easier to sell your audience to a brand if you can really show them ages, sexes, where they're from, what cities they're watching from. This is where the internet wins every time. How many people are even watching on Sky? How many uniques compared to just repeats that watch everything? How many eyes are actually watching those screens when the ads come on, when people walk away? They don't know any of this. So for me, I can totally see why the PGA might be trying to find different ways of showing its product in a long-term way that could be much more powerful. Where are they going? Than just selling off to the highest bidder and then letting them deal with your brand and manage your brand or not. There's more to this. Much more, I think, than lots of people think. The initial reaction, and I see it in my comments, people getting really angry, swearing and stuff on my feed, as they turn their telly on with their slippers on in the UK, which has got to be a much smaller audience than maybe some others, certainly America, and it's not there for them. Maybe lots of people aren't thinking this through. We'll do more. Morning, y'all. So people talk about viewing figures, and I think we think about that in such a one-dimensional way. We think about the people tuning in to that live broadcast at that time to watch. Think about it in other ways, because marketers will be, when people talk about money matters, I can go onto 3 apps on there and there's more, and I can just check the score straight away. I can see who's had what on what hole, how far they've hit it, how many putts they've had. I can follow it so easily. I can go onto a YouTube channel, their YouTube channel, so the PGA's YouTube channel, which is getting small views and some massive views, mainly when they're talking about Tiger, but that's all good. And I can catch up on yesterday's event, and even on the day I can be live on the range. I can go on Facebook. People mention 5,000 or 6,000 people watching on Facebook. That's one of many outlets. Obviously you've got the live stream as well, which you can then have your 7 days free subscription in the UK to get it on whatever device you want, including your tellies, if you understand how to get this stuff over onto your smart tellies from your smartphones directly onto your smart tellies. And if you don't, that's a very different discussion to the one we're having. Yes, I understand it's frustrating that you can't just turn your telly on, the paid subscription that you pay a lot of money for, and it's there or it's not there. That's a shame. But things are changing. And with the view count, when I go on places like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and the TV's feed or stream, the view count starts getting massive. Like massive. And it's controlled. In the future, it can be controlled by the event, by the person. It doesn't have to be sold off. And you get the advantage of all those statistics can be really drilled down. How long people are watching for, how many uniques. TV can give you, or does give, to an advertiser really poor stats compared to what online does. And this is why, and this is the fact, I see it in my profession, and we're seeing it across the world. Dollars, pounds, whatever, are not going to TV like they used to. They're coming to online. And that is an indicator of where the audience are. People do not want to advertise. Companies do not chuck money into places where people aren't. So I know it's frustrating that you might not be able to have it the way you normally have it. But maybe that's more just to do with the fact that this is new and you've not kept up with the new, and you're going to be forced to. It happens in many mediums. These, social media, streaming telly, streaming sports. Love it or hate it. I know from a TV broadcaster who told me streaming is on the increase at a ridiculous pace. TV is decreasing at an alarming pace for this TV broadcaster. Golf is so often left behind. Why leave it behind? Let's keep moving forwards. Right, let's go and get a coffee. There you go. What a US PGA Championship to finish the major year. Well done, Brooks Koepka. What a player. Amazing show by Tiger. Adam Scott up there again as well, which is great. Justin Thomas, great defence. Just an amazing leaderboard, wasn't it, at the end? I think the whole debate for me is interesting. I think it shows up more people's frustration with their technology at home and how to access what they want to watch. That's what it really boils down to. When people can't just turn on what they want to watch when they want to watch it, they struggle. There's a lot of people out there struggle. Where, for instance, if you give my kids who are out there playing with an American football at the minute, I'm pretty sure they're not meant to be playing out there. The conundrum of finding where to find a stream for golf, they're going to find it so easily. They only watch streamed content. We have no telly at home. This is a holiday home. That is not my telly. It's definitely changing. And like everything that changes, people don't like change. I remember when I started YouTube over 10 years ago, pros hated on me, manufacturers hated me, media hated me, still kind of do. They just hated the fact that they could see that there was a big hole there and things were going to move. Often people who have been in jobs a long time don't want to move. People who have had their tellies turning on when they want, to how they want, you know, the stuff's on it. They don't want it to change because they're happy with what they've got. But when it comes to the big kind of money rules everything, some of the biggest viewerships are definitely coming online. So that's where industry is spending its money. It will move. We watched the World Cup this year. Every match we watched streamed. I asked the kids earlier, where did we watch the World Cup? And they all said we watched it online. They didn't mention telly. They don't care what device it plays on. They know where it's coming through. And I remember, and still do now, get comments of people not finding my video on YouTube because they're waiting for the link on Facebook and say things like, oh, you've not posted your video today. Well, the video posts on YouTube automatically every day at 7 o'clock on whatever time slot. It's just like I've been out like having a meal and I haven't posted the link to the video. I think sometimes people don't realise what they're watching and how they're watching it. They just want to be able to turn on the button they know on their remote control when it comes. And that's really what it boils down to. And if it boils down to that, I think it's a shame that we're waiting for those people to catch up. They will be forced to catch up and will have to, like everything in the world. Post comments down below, let me know what you think. I think it's great that the PGA are trying new things. I think it's great that the PGA are trying to find ways, even if it's by mistake, with the rumours of them asking for too much money from different broadcasters, which is one of the rumours why Sky didn't get it, and I don't know any of the facts of that. But it's great to see it going on Instagram, on my many apps I can follow it on. And like I said earlier, YouTube as well as TV in the UK, lots of people messaged me saying they were watching it, showed me pictures of it. Well, there was a few who were very angry, couldn't find it. And I think that's more a reflection of them and their understanding of tech than it is where we should push forward to. Post comments, let me know. Thanks for watching. Back to my family holiday.